Hello guys, I'm Slippery Jack and today I'm talking about the new Thom Yorke album, ANIMA. Thom Yorke is the vocalist of English art rock band Radiohead, and the album was kind of came to a surprise that I'm reviewing this today. I remember just yesterday I saw like people were reviewing it and I was like, I forgot all about this album, I gotta review this. And I'm sure that if you watched the Pablo Honey video, you would know that I'm a pretty big Radiohead fan. I'm not familiar with Thom Yorke's solo stuff, but I'm going to have to go and check it out soon. But anyway, onto this album. Anima is very electronic heavy. Like, there's barely any guitar in it. All the drumming is done by drum machines. There's lots of fuzzy synthesizers, and yeah, and it succeeds greatly in creating the dystopian atmosphere that Thom Yorke has become known for. And it's got like so many sounds that just keep you interested. I remember I was just going to put this on and skip through it, but then it was just so interesting that I just sat and listened to the album front to back. And I think that while albums like Amnesiac and Kid A kind of did the same atmosphere, Anima seems to do it a lot better. The atmosphere here is just so strong and way more interesting, and the lyrics are also done better. Like, heck, the lyrics on Kid A were put together at random, but whatever. This LP has lots of influence from IDM music as well, most notably Boards of Canada, but I'll go down track by track. Traffic is a good intro to the album. Immediately you're immersed into that bitter dystopian atmosphere that runs through Anima. I really like the wobbly bass line to this track. It sounds like a dark EDM track. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Last I heard, he was circling the drain is a lot more slow and melancholic. There are some echo effects on Thom Yorke's voice that make it hard to understand what he's saying. It has like some orchestration near the end, which replaced some of the synths. Well, I can't tell like if the orchestra is done by a synth, because that is done several times on the album, but whatever. Twist starts out with a voice repetitively saying the song's title with an IDM beat. Then the synth and Thom Yorke's voice come in, accompanied by what sounds like a child screaming, "Yeah!" Later on, there's a heavily treated piano along with some more synths, and it is just beautiful. Like, I can't stop coming back to it. It's such an addicting track. But yeah, this is amazing. Dawn Chorus is another slow and melancholic track. Thom's vocals are also at a lower pitch on this track, and there really isn't much to it, but the build-up is pretty amazing. And then after all this eeriness that you have gone through with the previous tracks, you get a sort of break with "I Am a Very Rude Person," while still having that eerie and dystopian atmosphere, and like, it's just a lot more welcoming. Like, it just feels like a breath of fresh air. It kind of adds some variety to it, but it doesn't feel out of place. It feels like it should fit there. And another thing, like, a lot of this one actually has a guitar and a bass, but they're heavily treated. And then you are thrown back into like the real eerie stuff with Not the News. It is a lot darker and kind of creepy at the end with the large synths, which make it very intense and chaotic. And yeah, there really isn't that much to Not the News, but I suppose it's definitely a standout. Then there is The Axe, which is the other long track along with Twist. And while Twist is a lot more progressive, the Axe has still very it's just mainly the build up that makes this track stand out so much. It's got like these creepy fluttery synths at the beginning, and it only builds from here. Eventually there's some guitar plucking accompanied by Thom Yorke saying, "I thought we had a deal." This is one of the most this one has some very interesting lyrics, and it's easily like probably one of the darkest and most eerie from this entire LP. And then after that, the other two songs on here feel so much safer. Like after the Axe, like that is just such an eerie and intense track. Like it's pretty much nothing can compare to that. And then yeah, the two last tracks, Impossible Knots, is the only track here that's actually based around a guitar. It's got these synths that kind of remind me a bit of what something Stars of the Lid would do. And it's also a lot more fun. And the vocals here remind me a lot like of something you would find on In Rainbows, for example. And then it ends with Runwayaway. It sounds as if you're coming out of that dystopian atmosphere, but then some cellos come in, making it like it's dark again, but there's these choirs that also sound hopeful, so it's like very conflicting track, if that's what you call it. But then it's got like this weird voice saying, "This is where you know who your friends really are," or who your real friends are. I don't know, this voice kind of annoyed me, and it's the only time when I actually felt annoyed on this album. It's too bad. So overall, ANIMA is pretty amazing. It is also a concept album. Apparently it is about depression and anxiety expressed through a dystopian environment. It feels as if you're walking or driving through an abandoned, destroyed city at night. I think that both the music and the lyrics are equally great. But yeah, this has to be like, if this is on the same level as Kid A and OK Computer, and I think that after a few more years, ANIMA may actually be even better. Well, I would have to come back to those albums. I haven't heard them in a long time, but whatever. But all I can say is this is just a fantastic album. It may even make my favorites in the decade list. It's probably the best that has come out this year so far. But yeah, really soon I'm gonna go and listen to Thom Yorke's other stuff. If it's as good as this, then I want to hear it. Overall, I'm feeling an 88 out of 100. But these are just my opinions. Go and check this album out and tell me what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe and push the notification bell for more entertainment. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.